We're here to talk about the partnership between Keri-anne Payne and how MMS will be supporting her on her journey to Rio. Kenneth, could you introduce yourself, tell us about your role and why MMS have got involved in the partnership?
Sure, Jason. I'm Chief Executive of Maclay, and Spens, which is a Scottish-based law firm operating throughout the UK and internationally. And we were introduced to Keri-anne through her management team at Red Sky, who we've done quite a bit of work with over the years. And immediately we're impressed by Keri-anne's story, not only her achievements, but also the determination and the approach, the professionalism, and that single-minded drive to succeed, encapsulated in you naming your dog Rio to put up in headlights your next big objective.
Keri-anne, could you tell us about your life as a professional swimmer?
Yeah, so I'm an Olympic silver medalist and a double world champion in the 10K marathon event. So that's broken down into 2 hours of non-stop swimming. The distance is 10,000 meters. So there's a fair amount of training involved in that. I'm in the pool 10 times a week, doing gym 3 times a week, and all the other stuff that's involved with that. So nutritional side of things and the psychology side of things as well. So it's a fairly full program of schedule that I'm doing. And at the moment, I'm working on hopefully making my 3rd Olympic Games in Rio in 2016.
We now have 500 days to go to Rio. What kind of difference will the support you get from MMS make to the journey?
Well, I'm really excited about the partnership with MMS. I think it's a great opportunity for me to tell more people my story and have more support on my side. So when I go to races and competitions, I have that unconditional support from my mum and dad and from MMS as well. So just being able to get some more people where I live and around the country as well, excited about the things that I'm doing and looking forward to kind of this journey that I'm on between now and next summer. For me as well, having some financial support means that I don't have to worry about getting to training or racing. I can just sit back and make sure that I'm concentrating exactly on what I need to do and when I need to do it.
This is a question to both of you. What are you most looking forward to about the partnership?
Well, I think for us, we were from the outset very impressed, obviously, by Keri-anne's achievements. But beyond that, her approach, her professionalism as an athlete, and her single-minded determination to succeed, that shines through. I think as our conversation at the outset unfolded, it was obvious to me that there were a lot of parallels between what we do as a business and Keri-anne's experience as a competitive athlete. And I think we're excited about the opportunity to work with a fantastic athlete as she pursues her dreams of winning Olympic gold. We work in a very competitive environment, and I think there are a lot of parallels between the world of business law and the world in which you work. I think besides the fun that's involved in joining your journey, I think we're going to learn a lot of things from your experience. I think there's some real tangible benefits the firm can get out of this partnership.
Yeah, for me, it's really exciting that I can come to MMS and I can tell people my story. I can, like I said earlier, just get people really excited about what I'm doing, and be able to speak to companies and to speak to clients and things is always going to help me as well be a bit more confident in my role as a swimmer and in my role post-swimming. We're always working on double career tracks, so having something else as well in the back of my mind to help me get ready for life after swimming. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really great partnership between the two of us.
What parallels can you draw from sport and business, and what do you think you can learn from each other?
Well, as I mentioned, I think this is a competitive world. Keri-anne's been very used to competing at the absolute pinnacle of that competitive world. I like to think we're a nice bunch of people at MMS, but in the end of the day, succeeding is about winning first and foremost, and we have to be at the top of our game. And the ability to focus, to concentrate, to move from one event to the next. There are clear parallels in what we do that I think there's much that our team can learn from you, Keri-anne, over the next period.
I think for me it's the same thing. There's so many parallels with the competitive side of things that you mentioned. So you have to be confident going into that. You have to have done a lot of training going into a court case for yourself or a competition for me. So there are so many parallels that I can see. There's dealing with setbacks. There's dealing with success as well, having to reset and focus on to the next thing, and how a lot of your employees are resilient to certain things. So if I can learn some stuff from them, and vice versa, if some of your guys can learn from my stories and my experiences, then I think that we're both going to be certainly two better off organisations and people afterwards.
Kenneth, a lot of people have had the chance to meet Keri-anne. What have they said about her?
Yes, well, I know that everyone who has met you so far has enjoyed doing so, and particularly those that have had the chance to touch your Olympic silver medal. They'll be looking forward to your going one better next year. But yes, I think as the partnership develops, as more and more people get to know you, they get to tune into your monthly training blogs and follow your progress through your training schedule. I think that interest will heighten, and as the overall hype builds towards the Olympics and the media next year, people will be following your progress and right behind you.
Keri-anne, what has stood out in your trips around the offices? Have you got to meet some really good people?
I think for me the great thing about this organisation specifically is that everybody's such a close-knit team. I've been to Aberdeen, I've been down to London, and what I've noticed is that everybody is really close, everybody knows everybody else. So I'm really looking forward to being part of the team and getting to know as many people as I can, and sharing in my journey. And so far I've seen that everybody is very friendly and very welcoming as well. It can be maybe something quite unique dealing with the summer and dealing with a bunch of lawyers, but everybody's opened up their arms and just really welcomed me into the firm. So I'm looking forward to becoming part of that and learning what I can with them over the next few years.
And lastly, guys, there must be the opportunity to create an MMS swimming event. Maybe getting some of the guys to come together as a team, whether it's in one of the pools or out on an open water swim. What do you think about that?
Well, I can't say I'm confident we'll have them queuing for 5 a.m. training sessions, Keri-anne, I'm afraid, but I do think that I can see the possibilities of maybe an inter-office competition or a charity event. So if you're happy to show people how to do it, then I think there'll be a few takers.
Absolutely. I think I'm very big on putting myself in really uncomfortable situations, so I'm sure getting a few lawyers around a swimming pool and a bunch of speedos will be very uncomfortable for them. So no, I would love to teach you guys how to swim, and yeah, maybe we can do something quite big with it.